The Opening of the Eyes Part 1. There are three categories of people that all human beings should respect. They are the sovereign, the teacher, and the parent. There are three types of doctrines that are to be studied. They are Confucianism, Brahmanism, and Buddhism. Confucianism describes the three sovereigns, the 5 emperors, and the 3 kings, whom it calls the honorable ones of heaven. These men are depicted as the heads of the government officials and the bridges for the populace. In the age before the 3 sovereigns, people were no better than birds and beasts in that they did not even know who their own fathers were. But from the time of the 5 emperors on, they came to know who their fathers and mothers were, treating them according to the dictates of filial piety. Thus young Hua served his father with reverence, though the latter was stubborn and hard-headed. Also, the governor of Pei, after he became the emperor, continued to pay great respect to his father, the venerable sire. King Wu of the Chu dynasty made a wooden image of his father, the Earl of the West, and Ting Lian fashioned a statue of his mother. All of these men are models of filial piety. The High Minister Pai Kan, seeing that the Yin dynasty was on the path to ruin, strongly admonished the ruler, though it cost him his head. Hong Yan, finding that his lord, Duke Yi, had been killed, cut open his own stomach and inserted the duke's liver in it before he died. These men may serve as models of loyalty. Yin Shu was the teacher of Emperor Yao, Wu Qing was the teacher of Emperor Shun, Tai Kung Wang was the teacher of King Wen, and Lao Tzu was the teacher of Confucius. These teachers are known as the 4 sages. Even the honorable ones in heaven bow their heads to them in respect, and all people press their palms together in reverence. Sages such as these have left behind writings that run to over 3,000 volumes in such works as the 3 records, the 5 canons, and the 3 histories. But all these writings in the end do not advance beyond the 3 mysteries. The first of the 3 mysteries is Bin. This is the principle taught by the Duke Chu and others. The second mystery is Non-Bin, which was expounded by Lao Tzu. The third is both Bin and Non-Bin, which is the mystery set forth by Chu Wang Tzu. A mystery denotes darkness. Some say that, if we ask what existed before our ancestors were born, we will find that life was born out of the primal force, while others declare that eminence and ignobility, joy and sorrow, right and wrong, gain and loss occur simply as part of the natural order. These are theories that are cleverly argued, but that fail to take cognizance of either the past or the future. Mystery, as we have seen, means darkness or obscurity, and it is for this reason that it is called mystery. It is a theory that deals with matters only in terms of the present. Speaking in terms of the present, the Confucians declare that one should abide by the principles of benevolence and righteousness, and thereby ensure safety to oneself and peace in order to the state. If one departs from these principles, they say, then one's family will be doomed and one's house overthrown. But although the wise and worthies who preach this doctrine are acclaimed as sages, in their lack of knowledge about the past they are like ordinary people unable to see their own backs, and in their understanding about the future they are like a blind man unable to see what lies before him. If, in terms of the present, one brings order to one's family, carries out the demands of filial piety, and faithfully practices the 5 constant virtues, then one's associates will respect one, and one's name will become known throughout the country. If there is a worthy ruler on the throne, he will invite such a person to become his minister or his teacher, or may even cede his position to him. Heaven too will come to protect and watch over such a person. Such were the so-called 5 elders who gathered about and assisted King Wu of the Chu dynasty, or the 28 generals of Emperor Kang Wu of the later Han, who were likened to the 28 constellations of the sky. But since such persons know nothing about the past or the future, they cannot assist their parents, their sovereign, or their teacher in making provisions for their future lives, and are therefore unable to repay the debt they owe them. Such persons are not true worthies or sages. Confucius declared that there were no worthies or sages in his country, but that in the land to the west there was one named Buddha who was a sage. This indicates that non-Buddhist texts should be regarded as a first step toward Buddhist doctrine. Confucius first taught propriety in music so that, when the Buddhist scriptures were brought to China, the concepts of the precepts, meditation, and wisdom could be more readily grasped. He taught the ideals of ruler and minister so that the distinction between superior and subordinate could be made clear. He taught the ideal of parenthood so that the importance of filial piety could be appreciated, and he explained the ideal of the teacher so that people might learn to follow. The great teacher Malo says, the propagation of Buddhism truly depends on this. First the teachings on propriety in music were set forth, and later the true way was introduced. Tian Tai states, in the Golden Light Sutra it is recorded that all the good teachings that exist in the world derive from this sutra. To have a profound knowledge of this world is itself Buddhism. In great concentration and insight we read, I, the Buddha, have dispatched the 3 sages to educate the land of China. In the annotations on great concentration and insight we read, the practice of the Pure Law Sutra states that Bodhisattva moonlight appeared in that land under the name Yan Hui, Bodhisattva bright pure appeared there as Confucius, and Bodhisattva Kaushayapa appeared as Lao Tzu. Since the sutra is speaking from the point of view of India, it refers to China as that land.